everyone, welcome back to our channel. You notice I don't have any makeup on because today we're gonna play with some luxury skincare. So if you're interested in checking this out, stay tuned. Hey, oh, I love this. You notice I have a bare face. Ignore the little demon that decided to pop out there. You'd think I, just turned 49 years old and this was my skin's present to me. Thank you very much. Okay, so today I am introducing, this is not a new product to me. I have showed this product just in hauls on my channel before, but I wanted to show it to you guys because let's just say that these are a few of my favorite. I would consider this an indie brand, but I would consider this definitely a luxury indie brand. Might as well start with the actual brand. The brand that I'm going to be covering today is May Lindstrom. Here's what they describe themselves. Artisanal luxury skin treats crafted by hand from Earth's finest ingredients. Well, I'll have links down below if you're interested in picking up any of these products, but just so you know, they are available. There's several different sites, but I purchased mine specifically at Beautylish. This one here is called the Problem Solver. It is a warming correction mask, and what it says is a jet black fusion of indulgent and antioxidant rich raw cacao, activated bamboo charcoal, soil nutrients, salts, and exotic spices go deep on a mission to reveal your most radiant self. This intensive treatment mask effectively purifies and tightens pores, bringing warmth and detoxification to the skin with delightful ease and power. The radically different Power to Mousse formulation activates on contact with water, only releasing its magic at the exact moment of use, so you experience the full potency every time. And they claim the results are clear and luminous skin that will have people asking for your secret. And the recommendation is once or twice weekly, activate 1 tablespoon of powder formula with equal parts of water in a bowl, blending with their brush to form into a soft, rich mousse. Smooth over skin and relax. Treatment time is 30 to 45 minutes or until it's fully dry. And they tell you to expect a tingling heat sensation, and then you're to rinse and follow with the Youth Dew and the Blue Cocoon. Now, I do not have the Youth Dew. There's only 3 products I have from this line right now. Oh, I really would like to get the rest of her line to try out and review, because especially for those of you with mature skin, I find personally myself, it's a real fine line between finding a mask that can detoxify the skin and a mask that will strip it of everything, all the hydration that you have, which isn't much, so you sure don't want to be stripping it out. Now, just to show you, I might as well just go ahead and open these. These are very luxurious. All of her products, her entire line comes in this matte black packaging with the gold foil embossing on it, which is real classy. And then you get to the product, and I don't know if you can hear this. Hear that? These are glass. Now, these aren't just glass. These are, if I'm not mistaken, these are blue. What's it called? Hang on. Now, one other thing I want to mention, I was looking for the name of the actual glass. I forget what it's called, but basically this is that blue glass, if I'm not mistaken, that prevents light from actually getting into the product so that it doesn't basically break down the active ingredients in it. But in looking for that, I just found some information on our website here I thought I'd share with you. She says, I carefully select ingredients that are organic, biodynamic, wild-crafted, cruelty-free, sustainable, and conscious. She says, I create my own proprietary formulas. No outsourcing. I do not purchase base formulas, use labs, generics, or shortcuts. May Lindstrom Skin delivers powerful action, uncompromising purity, and maximum efficiency without parabens, propylene, or butane glycols, petroleum, sulfates, PEGs, TEA, DEA, phthalates, GMO, silicones, pesticides, artificial dyes, fragrances, and carcinogens. And they are wheat and gluten-free, with the exception of honey mud, which contains raw wildflower honey from unsprayed fields. Her line is vegan. So that is really impressive. Going on, our highly concentrated formulas do not contain fillers. Each and every ingredient is chosen with the intention and sourced at the peak of its harvest's potency to deliver exquisite results. Each bottle is inspired, formulated, hand-blended, and lovingly filled from my private studio in micro batches for ultimate freshness and efficacy. It's pretty amazing. And her personal promise on her website says, I will speak to you from my voice, always with truth and integrity. I desire an honest and interactive dialogue with you. There's no third-person writer here, no team of suits directing my vision or censoring my passion. There's no lab, no crew of white-coated scientists, no massive factory lines or cold generics. It is simply me doing what I do and loving it. I am a work in progress. I am ever learning and ever changing, striving always towards personal growth and greater human-to-human, self-to-skin connection. So that's pretty, speaks a lot for the brand, that how this product is formulated. And, you have to remember the ingredients that go into this, the fact that these are all made in small batches and they're made with the purest ingredients is going to affect the price. This particular product right here, the Problem Solver, you get 8.45 fluid ounces or 250 milliliters, and this is $100. And that's by itself. You can actually buy these 3 products I'm going to show you in a collection. But the wonderful thing about this product is that unlike almost every other mask I've used on the market, and like I read you just a moment ago, this is in a dry formula. Wow, you open this up and you can literally, I'm somebody that's been into herbs and natural remedies and stuff for years and years and years. Matter of fact, I'm the one that led the fight against the FDA here in the state of Washington when they wanted to start regulating that industry. So I have a lot of experience in, I guess you could say, the potency. And when I put my nose to this, I smell pure potency. It's pretty amazing. Let's see if I can get you. There's what she looks like. And you can see this is my second jar, and you can see how far down I am in this one already. But what I love about this particular product, not just the mask itself, and I'll show you the application here in a minute, but what I love about it is that this is staying in its raw form, in its purest form, until I choose to use it and activate it with water. And once I even do that, I can choose, like for instance, there's times where I mix this with other masks, which I'm going to show you in a minute here. There's times where I want this I make a much smaller amount for maybe a heavier concentration on just my pores in an area I'm having a breakout. Maybe I just want a light mask and I don't want anything heavy. I can dilute it. So you as the consumer have complete control over this product, and that I like. There's nothing I respect more than a product that I have control over, that, I don't have a company, setting a product standard and telling me how I have to use it. This product, I not only have control over when I want to use it, when I want to activate it, how I want to activate it, the potency of it, if I want to mix it with other things. And obviously you can do that with other masks, but the point is here is that in purchasing, and I'm not trying to sell this to you, I promise. I'm just explaining to you what I see as the benefits of this mask on top of the ingredients, in addition to the high potency ingredients in this. But here's the thing I really, really means a lot to me with this mask. Is this may be $100, but I'm paying $100 for pure concentrated mask. I'm not paying for water, and I'm not paying for fillers. So, when I look at that way, 8.45 fluid ounces. If you look at that in a standard, mask that you get on the retail shelf, you're going to think, oh, you know, that's okay, but not for $100. But when you look at it like this and think about the fact that this is raw, pure ingredient here that you then multiply 1-to-1, and that's if you do it 1-to-1 ratio of water to product. In reality, you could end up with, you know, 17 ounces of mask here, if not more than that, depending on how you choose to mix it. Okay, so that is the problem solver. Next up, we are going to go to one of my favorites, which is the honey mud. Oh, you guys, this is incredible. This is incredible. Okay, and on the back, it says, an exquisitely distinctive union of raw honey, white hillicite clay, and aromatic pure plant oils marry to envelop you in a truly intoxicating and highly addictive cleansing ritual. The silken, pudding-like treat gently frees you of the day's pollutants, infusing your skin with active enzymes and nourishment while restoring your optimal hydration and individual rhythm. The result: reveal a calm and balanced complexion that is plush, clear, and breathtakingly soft. And they recommend to cleanse daily. You can massage a plump pea-sized dollop into wet, damp skin, making circular motions with the pads of your fingertips to release makeup and debris before rinsing clear. To use as a mask, you can smooth liberally over clean, dry skin for a 10 to 20 minute mini treatment. Honestly, I have not used this as a makeup remover, and I just can't do it because it's so valuable to me. This is so precious to me that the idea of using this to take off my makeup is just like, you know. Okay, Beautylish, this is $90. And again, this is the honey mud, and the size of this is 3.38 fluid ounces or 100 milliliters. And again, it's in the same, really, I mean, these are, when I say heavy jars, these are very, very heavy, very luxe, very beautiful. As a matter of fact, you know, afterwards, when I'm done with these, I would probably reuse these. Well, there's no question I would. I mean, they're beautiful. Okay, so let's open this one up. Oh my God, the smell of this, you guys. The best way I can describe the smell of this, it smells like a combination of honey and chocolate. And now I have to stir this. It has kind of a, you know, it's settled a little because I haven't used it for about a week and a half now. So, but you can see, I mean, this is, again, my second jar of this. And you can see I've used quite a bit of it. Now, the thing I enjoy about this product is that I have different ways that I deal with this. If there's a day where my skin is really, really dry and I need a super punch of hydration, I skip the problem solver altogether and I just apply the honey mud mask. This is like my hydration, cleansing. My skin just feels like heaven afterwards when I use this. If I'm having days where maybe I'm having some problem areas and stuff, but you know, the rest of my skin is dry, then what I'll do is I'll use the problem solver on those spot areas, and then I'll apply the honey mud out on the other areas that are dry. If I'm having a day where I just want the best of both worlds, I want cleansing and I want hydrating, I mix the two. And as opposed to now the problem solver, again, this is a 1-to-1 ratio. So like, for instance, if you were to use 1 tablespoon of this, of the raw material, you're going to use 1 tablespoon of water. In lieu of that, I use this and just a tiny bit of water to get the consistency that I want. So I use this basically in place of water. And I'm telling you, it makes an absolutely beautiful, beautiful mask. And again, this is what I love about her products, is it's total customization up to you. Okay, and then the last one, oh my God, you guys. This is one of my all-time favorite ride or die skincare products. I'm running really low on this, and I'm actually feeling panic stricken. Okay. This is, oh God, this is heaven in a jar. This is the Blue Cocoon. In my opinion, there is no product like this on the market. I have not been able to find anything like this. May Lindstrom describes this as a beauty balm concentrate, and concentrated it is. So here's what this one says, and again, this is the Blue Cocoon. Our balmy blue enchantress greets your skin with cool serenity, melting on touch to a fluid potion that tenderly envelops you in the most decadent azul? Is it azule? I don't know. Azul calm. Mystical blue tansy. God, I love blue tansy. Mystical blue tansy eases feelings of emotional anxiety while releasing heat and providing nourishment and relief to even the most delicate and troubled skin conditions. And the result they claim is a complexion that is quiet and a mind that is clear, and that is absolutely 100% true. I swear on it. And they recommend melting a half pea size, amount into wet skin twice daily, focusing on areas of sensitivity and the delicate eye contour. You guys have heard me talk about this before. This is Sunday Riley's Luna Oil. This has blue tansy in it. That is the scent. I think she's got a couple other things in here that alter the scent. So it's not just pure blue tansy. But if you've smelt this, this is much stronger than the Blue Cocoon. The Blue Cocoon is just, the best thing to describe is pure blue tansy. But it has a similar fragrance to the Luna Oil. That's where the similarities end. Right there. That's it. Like I said, this is a product like no other I've ever experienced in my entire lifetime of using skincare, and that's a long time. You get 1.69 fluid ounces or 50 milliliters in here, and this little puppy, don't be shocked, is $180. Oh my God. Again, in the same, lids feel real hard plastic, and they're in this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, now this, straight up, if I could bottle this fragrance and wear it, I would, first off. This is the most relaxing, soothing, comforting, just a feeling of wellness and calm comes over me when I smell this. I mean, it literally touches me that deeply. And that's just the scent. I mean, what this product does for my skin. Oh my God. So here's what she looks like, and you can see I've made a significant dent in this. And remember, this is highly concentrated. This is my finishing treatment to my skincare at nighttime when I treat myself. I don't use this every day because it's too valuable to me. If I could use this every day, I would. God's honest truth. If I had another jar of this, a backup, which I don't, I would use this every single day. That is how much I cherish this product. And the scent is unlike anything I've ever, it is just unbelievably, when you hear a brand talk about how a product, the scent of it can touch you on a level and bring you a feeling of serenity and peace, a lot of people think, I swear to God, you guys, this truly, truly is magical in that way. When I put this on, that's why I use this at nighttime. I use this as part of my skincare regimen at nighttime to just relax. I mean, because I put this on my skin, and not only does it make my skin feel like absolute heaven, it makes me feel like I'm in heaven. It's so special to me. This truly is, to me, this is the standout product in the collection. The entire collection is incredible, but this is the standout product. I can't say enough about it. And again, this is the Blue Cocoon, and that is a perfect name for it, because when I apply this to my skin and I feel it on my skin and I feel the sensation of what it does to my skin, and then I have the scent, because it's right there, right at your olfactory, right there, just you got it on your skin and you're just inhaling this fragrance, and it literally, you feel wrapped in a cocoon of peace. That's how I feel. You're ever having a really stressful day where you just need something to just bring you down and really make you feel pampered and really bring you just, this right here, if you tried this and you didn't have that effect, I'll tell you, Okay, and the other thing too that you'll notice here is on the bottom of each one of these products, there is a sticker. And this sticker here says not only the lot number it comes from, it says made fresh, and it has the date that it was made on it. Truly impressive. Okay, now let me look here, because I believe these 3 products are sold as a collection on Beautylish, and again, I'll put links down below if you're interested. It's called the May Lindstrom The Awake collection. It comes with the Problem Solver, the Honey Mud Mask, and the Blue Cocoon, and it also comes with her brush, which I purchased separately. And it is $370 for the collection. Now remember too, excuse me, get my bangs. I just washed my hair before I do my mask, so it's, anyways. Now remember, with Beautylish, like for instance, if you were to purchase this collection at $370, you can split that into 3 equal payments, which kicks booty. Now the other thing I'll show you I purchased from her collection, I keep it wrapped up in the paper it was sent in just to protect it, is this beautiful, beautiful, what does she call this? She calls this the facial treatment bowl. And these are all made individually, and you can see on the back it says Melissa Brown for May Lindstrom. These are all handmade and hand painted, and I just hand glazed, I should say. And you can see the gold seal, her gold seal on the bottom there. I just thought that was beautiful. So I actually purchased the brush and the bowl separately before she had them available in collections and such. Now, May Lindstrom's line also, there's other products. The Jasmine Garden, the Youth Dew, these are ones I'm dying to try, and the Pendulum Potion, the Clean Dirt, and that's it. That is the extent of her product line available on Beautylish right now. I've heard a lot about the Youth Dew and Jasmine Garden in particular, but I'd like to try the rest of the line so that I can, so I can review it for you guys. Okay, so let's get started here. Put on this lovely thing that strips me of all resemblance of humanity. And I think what I'm going to do today, because let me get a mirror. We are not going to go through this thing where I'm over here. My mirror is over this way on the side of my desk. The first impression I formed with the Just Peachy Mats, I was over here the whole time. And when I edited, I just about had a cardiac. I'm like, I need to be right here, all the time. So let me get a mirror and I'll be right back. For some reason, I just had a complete brain fart, and I kept thinking, oh, my mirror won't move over here, because I'm pulling on it and it's plugged in. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I could have moved it in the last video, but for some reason, the minute I tried to move it and I felt the resistance, I thought, oh, it's, it's permanently affixed there. Yeah, by a plug. Blind moment. All I had to do was unplug it. Okay, Jesus, I'll tell you. So I am going to be mixing my goodies in here for you to see. I always like to look at my skin really good and up close and see what my skin tells me it needs. I know that sounds ridiculous, but after years of doing this, I can pretty much look at my skin and see what it needs. And I can clearly see my chin and around my nose and on the top of my nose. This area right here needs some deep cleansing, as well as on my chin. My cheeks and the rest of my forehead and stuff, though, don't. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Problem Solver, just mix up a small amount of it, just to cover this area, maybe a little bit here and down my chin. Maybe give myself a goatee, a Problem Solver goatee. And then the rest will do Honey Mud. So let's get started. Now I have these in here right next to my mask. I actually keep them. I keep my bowl dry. I clean it after every use and then dry it and then wrap it after it's dry to keep it safe. And I keep these inside of it wrapped up as well. So these are only used for my face mask. Yeah, I'm not interested in having somebody come and grab these to cook with. I learned the hard way. I made way too much time and time again before I finally figured out, back off, chicka. You don't need as much product. It's very deceptive. So if you get this mask, start off small. You can always add, but once you add water to it, that's it. Start off with a 1/4 teaspoon, and you can see this is raw, pure product there. Look at that. And boy, the smell in this is just exquisite. If you're somebody that likes that herbal smell, I mean real rich, pure herbal essence smell, this is it. Okay, and then I'm gonna take, I've got a little thing of water here, and I'm gonna take the same amount of water. Okay, and then I just have a little, like, just a makeup packing brush, and I use this just for this. This stays with this product. And I mean, hopefully you can see in there, we've got the water and the product. And I'm just going to mix, 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 mix. I love having, you notice I've got my nose right over it. And as it starts to mix and activate, it almost like poofs up. You know, it's like it gets a moussey consistency about it. It's like all those active ingredients in there are just so anxious to come out and play that they just explode out of the, you know, out of themselves. I mean, it's just, oh, and the smell of this, it's like pure heaven. There she is mixed up. Now that doesn't look like much. You're going to be really surprised how far it goes. Now, just because there's some on here, I'm going to take this. There's a lot on here, actually. Now remember, all I did was a 1/4 teaspoon, and it's still too much. So think of how long this will last you when you see how far a 1/4 teaspoon is going to go. I want to use this one to spread my honey mud today, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick with this little guy. It's not the most, it's not what I would normally use, but it'll work. Oh, and the fragrance coming out of this, it's incredible. I'm not kidding. Not kidding at all. I made way too much. Holy cow. You know, you learn when you start doing this, working with this product, it's really, it's a learning process. Now, if you look at it, you'll see, you can see my skin through it. That's because I added a touch more, just like a drop or two more of water so that I could have it be less potent when it goes on my skin, because I want to let this dry and then put another layer on. I find that when I have these real deep breakouts, that works for my skin. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and coat all over the areas I want to treat, and then I will come back after I apply the honey mud mask to the rest of my face, and I'll put on a second coat. Okay, I got my funky little goatee, and you'll see in the bottom of the bowl, look at that. You see how much is still there? Now that may not look like much, but I'm not kidding you. I could do my whole face with that, you guys. I mean, that's how much extra is in there still. I did it again. I made too much again. Now what I'm gonna do is go on to the honey mud mask. Oh, this is a beautiful mask. Oh my Lord, it smells. Her products, just the smell of them is like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. And the feel of this mask, you guys, now I'm just gonna mix it up real quick here. I just want to show you the texture of this mask once it's mixed up so you can truly see it. It really is a beautiful mask, and it feels, I cannot compare. If I were, you know, if you were to say, hey Shelby, compare that mask to something on the market that I would know so I have a comparison, I wouldn't be able to. And I've used, I've used a lot of mask. So there she is all mixed up. And just to show you I mean, this is not a, you know, just a lightweight, thin type mask. This is very, very, it has substance to it. So what I'm going to do is just plop this all around here, and then I will blend it around with the brush. And oh my God, you guys, this feels like heaven. I mean, her products are just, incredible. They really are. There's no other way to describe May Lindstrom's products other than, she knows what she's doing. So I'm going to take her brush. I mean, you can use any brush. I like this brush just because it's really soft. And as you can see, it spreads the product beautifully. I probably should have taken my earrings off. And what I like about not only how soft it is and how nice it spreads the product, but it doesn't absorb the product. Because you know what? I am not even in the slightest bit interested in having my brush that I use with masks like this absorb the product and have it all end up stuck in the bristles and not on my face. And as you can see, look at this mask, you guys. It just, can you see how that's spreading? I mean, it just spreads beautifully. Look at that. Oh, for Pete's sake, woman. Look at this. Oh, it just feels so incredible. And I take this down and you can see how much I put on. The dollops I put on, and this is on very thick right now. I mean, you could use considerably less if you wanted to, but I really wanted to put a good amount on because these areas right now are unbelievably dry. And there's times where I actually will take this down my neck too. As a matter of fact, let me get a tiny bit more so I can go down my neck a little bit. This is an absolute incredible product. And you can see how much I use there. And I can spread, it really spreads nicely. It basically lets you control the product. And the way that it's formulated, I can continue to spread this and take it down and thin it out if I want to, or I can just leave it like this, how I have it, and more of a thicker consistency, which is what I want. Okay, so we have that one done. Now let's go back to the problem solver. And this is going to stay, when it's in its form like this, and there's, quite a bit in here together, it'll stay liquid for quite a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and go over this a second time. You can see it drying on my nose already. See the color of my nose? I'm making fun, but I'll tell you, normally when I put this mask on and when I use these products, they literally put me into a state of utter relaxation. All I want to do is just go, which, God's honest truth, the only thing keeping me going right now without going into a stupor is that I know the minute I'm done with this, I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to go kick back and I'm going to just do exactly that. I'm going to completely veg out. You guys, I guarantee you this. I would not be showing you products. I wouldn't be recommending a product, let alone 3 of them that are at a luxury price point if they weren't that good. First off, I want to state this is, because I should have done that from the beginning, this is not sponsored. I purchased all these products myself. May Lindstrom has no idea who I am or that I even exist. If they wanted to work with me or send me products, would I do that? Need you ask? Literally, that is how much I believe in these products. But I'm sharing this with you because of the fact that they are that important to me. And I know I look ridiculous sitting here like this talking to you. I can see a little picture of myself in the viewfinder and I look like a panda bear that got deformed at birth. Anyways, but especially, I don't recommend products that I don't really, really like. I just don't. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you, and I'm certainly not going to recommend it to you. And I certainly, even more so, would never, ever recommend a product to you at this price point that isn't worth that and more. I just wouldn't do it. So, but you have to remember, these are my personal opinions. These are my experiences with the product. This is my skin and my needs and how it meets the needs of my skin. But all you have to do is read the reviews. If you don't trust my opinion on it, read the reviews on our product. They speak for themselves. So I will come back and show you before I wash my face, and then after I wash my face, I'll come back and we will get to the pièce de résistance, the blue cocoon. So I'll see you in a bit. Love you. Back for a quick check-in to show you before I rinse this off. As you can see, the color change in this mask, it is all dried. It feels like a typical, well, just on the surface, obviously. Underneath, it's completely different, but it feels similar if you've ever worn a clay mask when it dries. That's what this feels like. And as you can see, the shine to the honey mud mask, it has not dried down. It is still sticky like honey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wash all this off, and then I'll be right back and we'll do the next step. Okay, now I'm just patting my face, all the extra moisture off so it doesn't absorb into the air and take the moisture of my skin with it. Now I have a nice clean, oh Lord have mercy. If I want to show you just real quick, I should have showed you beforehand. If you look at the areas here where my pores are, prior to the mask, and I wish I would have shown you, I just didn't even think about it, you could see visible pores here. I mean, very visible. And now, not only do I not hardly, I mean, I can just see a tiny little amount of them, but especially here on my nose and the end of my nose here where I had almost like the beginnings of some pores getting plugged and filled. That's all gone. Look at that. Look at my pores. Gone. And that, my dears, is the problem solver. Now, oh my Lord. I'm not even going to waste any time. I've told you all about this. Oh, wow. And so, as you can see, it is it's in solid form. Now, if this warms up, you don't want to keep this somewhere in your house where, it's going to be exposed to sun or whatever like that, because it'll just turn into liquid. I mean, you can't even really see it on my finger there, but what I do is I'll just pull a clump of it out so you can see it. That's like a half pea size amount there, I'd say. And I'm just going to put, a little bit. Now that was a half pea size amount, okay? That's it, a half pea size amount. So I'm just gonna, now the wonderful thing about this, on top of what it does and how it feels on the skin, how it smells, is that when it comes in contact with your skin, it melts, but it spreads like just beautifully. I mean, that is a tiny amount, and I'm spreading this over my entire face. A half pea size amount. That is absolutely amazing in my opinion. So I'm just gonna really work this all into my skin. Oh, and I'm not having to tug on my skin to move this product around, because it's just the viscosity of it allows it, when it comes in contact with the heat of your skin, it just literally melds with your skin, and you can move it around to wherever you need to. As you can see, I mean, you can see my hands gliding over my skin, and I'm not, having to pull on my skin a lot, or at all for that matter. Now, once I have it covered everywhere, I just go through and pat it into my skin. Oh my Lord, you guys. This is heaven. I'm not kidding you. I mean, if there's one product, if you decide only to get one product out of this line to try it, I would recommend the Blue Cocoon, because it is that incredible. Like I said, this is my all-time favorite. It's just, think of a serum that is hydrating, that's moisturizing, that's healing, that does incredible things to your skin. Now, you guys, if you've seen my videos at all, you know that I have significant lines in my forehead. And I have small ones coming off, I have my smile lines here, I have small lines coming off of my mouth down here, and I have small lines coming off of my eyes here. I want you to just take a look at my skin now. I'm going to zoom in, and I want you to look at my skin after the mask, after applying this, and you look at my wrinkles, especially on my forehead where they're really significant. Okay, we're real close here, so you can get a good look. Look at my forehead. I mean, sure, you can still see, but I mean, look at it. That is just from the mask and putting on the blue cocoon. And as this absorbs into my skin, this will get even better. And here around my nose area and my pores, of course, you can't really see my pores now. And then let's go to my smile lines, my mouth. Look at that. Isn't that something? I mean, when I look at even my smile lines here already, they're diminished. But I really see it right here. This is really where I see it's on my forehead. I mean, big time. I can see a difference there. So, anyways, I just wanted to share these products with you and this line because it's absolutely incredible. I cannot recommend these products enough. Like I said, the 3 that I have here come in a kit with this brush, which is really nice. I would recommend, I've already cleaned it here so you can see it, but I would highly recommend though, you know, when I first got this and I would put the mask, the problem solver mask in this little guy here, just in a little water and stir it up, I would use this brush to mix it. But I found what was happening, because you know, when you first put it in there, obviously you've got a powder and a water that have to mix together. And I found what was happening when I was using this brush to mix it is that the actual dry powder with just a little bit of water was kind of clumping and getting packed inside these bristles. So that's why I just use a cheap little makeup brush to actually stir the products together, and then I use the big brush to apply it. And this brush really does apply the mask beautifully. Either one of these masks I used. So I would highly recommend that if you do, that you just stir it up with something different other than that big brush until the water and the solid formula are mixed together. But other than that, I'm telling you guys, you cannot go wrong with this line. I don't care if you have oily skin or you have dry skin. I have very dry skin and obviously mature skin, and I can use the problem solver. It's not something I use every day because it is a heavy duty mask. Again, I use it in the areas to solve a problem where I need it. But if you have somebody, like for instance, if you have really oily skin and you have a lot of acne problems or blackheads and you know, stuff like that, this mask would be absolutely perfect for you. I don't care your age. And even if you have dry skin, just like I used it, you know, and it is a potent mask. So it's, you know, it is a very, very potent mask. And because of the fact that you're using water to activate it right when you want to use it, boom, it's fresh and it's right there, and those ingredients are activated when the water hits it. So you are literally getting raw ingredients, activating them and putting it right to your face, so you are getting the best benefit you can out of those ingredients because they're not already pre-mixed with water and you're not paying for the water. And the honey mud mask, again, that's a mask that can go for anybody, whether you have dry skin or whether you have oily skin. It's a beautiful, hydrating, cleansing, relaxing mask. And the blue cocoon, I cannot sing the praises of this product enough. I mean, like I said, this is my second jar, and I don't know if you can see, but I mean, I'm almost down to the center in the middle of this. I love this product. It does wonders for my skin. I mean, even as we're sitting here, look at my forehead. I mean, just as we're talking, the difference in my forehead and the way my skin looks. And that is just applying I mean, that wasn't even a pea-size amount I put on. You guys saw that. I mean, it just, oh my God. And the fragrance that is with this, it's not, you know, I can't stress this enough for people who are used to, you know, getting masks that, you know, you purchase at Nordstrom's or wherever, and they have these high levels of fragrances in them. You're not getting this with getting Blue Tansy, which is what's coming through in this. And it is beautiful, and it's relaxing, and it's calming, and it just completely is a sensory, I mean, I want to say sensory overload, but I don't want that to sound bad. It is a complete all experience. You know, when you hear people talk about they go to the spa and have a facial and stuff, how it's an overall just an experience of the sensory. That's what this problem solver and the honey mud, and then ending with this in particular, is to me. Is it just, oh my god, in my skin, you guys, you should feel my skin right now. Now that this is on my skin and working and absorbing into my skin, which it is, I can put makeup on I can go right to my makeup if I wanted to. Of course I don't want to, because I want to enjoy the feel of this and the scent of this. It's just the feel of my skin. I literally feel my skin feels baby soft after I use this. I can't express it any other way. I mean, it feels good to touch my own skin. So I'm telling you, I had to share this with you guys because these are products I've been using. I started using these 3 products probably, gosh, in 2016, I think was the first purchase I made. Yeah. So I've been using them for well over a year now. You know, they're expensive, but they're worth it, and they last a long time. These are products that, you know, you will have for quite a while. I mean, this isn't something you're going to go through in, you know, a month or 2. I mean, you're going to have these a long time. Also, one other thing I wanted to stress real quick about the problem solver. This is a very potent mask. So if you have problem skin and areas you're trying to address, just know that when you start using this mask, there's the potential, you know, it just like any other really purifying mask, it's going to draw things out of your skin. When you're using that, tells you a good quality product because it's drawing those impurities and the oils and sebum and everything out of your pores and your skin, and you can have little things pop up here and there in the beginning. But I guarantee you this much, once you get control of that and, you know, this mask has time to start working on your face and you use it several times, that you're just on maintenance then, and what a maintenance it is. So anyways, just wanted to share that with you. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this and seeing the little demo so you can see firsthand what my skin looks like after using these products. And I cannot stress enough how incredible my skin feels right now. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope wherever you're at in the world that life's treating you well. And if you're having struggles, you're beating those bitches back and persevering. And remember, don't ever let anyone tell you no. If you want something, you work hard and it can be yours. And until next time, I hope you're all well. I love you. Love and respect.